All right, so hello, my name is Dalton, and I'm going to be presenting on question 2, which is what are the steps in a typical decision-making process? Use an example to illustrate. So we were shown through the PowerPoint slides that the typical steps in a decision-making process are identifying problems, one, collecting data, developing solutions and alternatives, and making a decision ultimately. With these steps in mind, let's look at a relatively new law that banned plastic straws starting this year in California. So this statewide law went into effect January 1st, 2019. The law states that if a customer wants a straw for their beverage at any type of restaurant, they must specifically ask for one. This includes like Starbucks, but doesn't include like fast food restaurants with to-go cups. So you'll still get a straw when you're going through a drive-through. This law bans restaurants from automatically giving customers plastic straws, and California is the first U.S. state to go strawless with the overarching goal of reducing plastic use. And my example for this using the decision-making process would be like as the CEO of some straw manufacturing company, we'll call it Russell Straws. My net sales have gone down in California since this law took place, obviously. According to the decision-making process, my first course of action would be to identify the problem, then collect data. The problem in California is the banning of plastic straws, like this one, in restaurants unless requested. So making restaurants less likely to buy more plastic straws from me, the manufacturer. But I know the demand for I know the demand for straws is still high in restaurants because not everybody wants to sip out of a cup. So I send a team to collect data on the overall need for straws in California for various restaurants. And my team concludes that customers still, like I said, want to use straws in restaurants and they don't want to sip out of a cup. So as a way to pivot, my company could start manufacturing wood straws or reusable metal straws, kind of like a utensil, like a fork or knife, that could be washed. And after a cost-benefit analysis occurs, I decide to start selling wooden straws because they're biodegradable, one, and more cost-efficient, two, and probably consumers don't really want to be sipping out of a straw that another person has sipped out of. I'm sure that's just like a mental hurdle for them, even though they eat with the same fork, but whatever. This is just one short and brief way that the decision-making process is used for a metaphorical business. But this process also has some hidden features to it as well that could help make you a better leader also, and just have an overall better business. Instead of making the command decision on my own, I could ask for advice from employees, which not only helps me look at problems from various angles, but utilizes some of the top minds in my company to help me come up with the best decision possible. By encouraging people to share their opinions, whether they're good or bad, not good or bad, but more like dissenting or like controversial, then my company benefits from a collaborative process because everyone's involved sharing what they think is best for the company. A collaborative process such as this one keeps employees engaged at work and connects them back to the company's overall ambitions and goals. And yeah, so this concludes my analysis of question 2, and thanks for watching.